Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today we are checking out the latest update for ARK Survival Evolved Mobile Edition. Now, as you can see, I am carrying a frying pan with me, or the iron skillet, as I believe it is called in-game. And this item is apparently supposed to be really good because it does an insta-knock on small creatures. At least that's kind of what I've seen in the videos. So we are actually, we're gonna try this thing out. And I guess that works really super well. All right, so Packies can get knocked out, confirmed. What about Parasaurs? Are Parasaurs small enough? Hit. No. Okay, so it does damage to Parasaurs. It doesn't actually knock them out. So Parasaurs are too big. Which means Iguanodons are definitely too big. I'm not even gonna give that a shot. Maybe we can try it on a Phiomia. Yes, Phiomia can get knocked out. So it does do 1 damage, but it does an incredible amount of torpor to these smaller creatures. Now, I am tempted to try it on a beaver. I don't want to die. Alright, it's only level 15. Oh, that's so strong, guys. Okay, so right now I am on my solo world to check out these items, which I did get through the ARK Partner Program. I just got 1 copy of each item. I have not actually purchased these items, just so everyone knows. But if you're curious, guys, beavers do get knocked out. So I'm not actually going to tame this one up. I'm not going to tame up anything I use with this, since I did get it for free, and I did kind of want to play this game a little bit more vanilla. But it is super cool, guys. I am loving this. I want to find more things to knock out. I know we have some other items to get to, but I do super love this. Maybe we should even get on a raptor or something and run around. Let's go ahead and run up this way. I wonder if we'll find anything worth knocking out. While we're running towards something we can actually knock out, we can go up. Ooh, a dillo. Bam. Done. Oh, guys, this is great. This pan makes me so happy. Super strong. A little bit OP, maybe OP, but definitely really cool. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So essentially, some of the other things that are going on in this update are Brutal servers are now available. So they're available for Primal Pass holders only. Now, I have not played any Brutal on this particular server. I can look into doing that at some point. I think that could be a thing we could do. Now that the servers are up, maybe we can spend some time on one of those and check it out. From what I understand, it is just painfully slow to level up because all of the leveling up that you do is essentially done by, test this. Nope, I hit the tree. I didn't want to hit the tree. Oh, insta-knock Pteranodons. That's amazing. I'm loving this pan. I'm probably going to break it. Ooh. I wonder if we can knock out stuff in the snow biome. If we can knock out, like, a saber, I think that would be super OP. We'll have to go down this way. Alright. So maybe we'll check out Brutal servers at some point. You level up only by killing creatures, which means that the XP gain is super slow, which means it's a good challenge for people, but it is going to be a difficult game mode to play. So I would like to check it out and see how far we can get in like X amount of time. Who knows? But yeah, it's definitely something to test out, but maybe not to commit a whole series to, I think. Let's see. What else has been done? Daily pursuits. So the daily pursuits have been added, and they are super cool, actually. So here I have one right there. And you can start it, and it wants you to collect 30 angler gel. So now the problem is, I don't actually have any angler gel on me. So I may abandon that one for now. And we are starving because we're cold. This is good. This is how this game goes, guys. It's okay. I'm not using the God Console at the moment. I might actually, if I want to go further into the snow biome here, I want to find a saber. There's got to be one around. Up this hill. There's got to be stuff up this hill. There's always stuff up this hill. Maybe an Anki. Oh, Anki. I don't want to make the Anki angry, though. It might be worth it. Well, we can always run away. Let's wait for Stam to get back, and then we'll give this a shot. I don't believe it'll work. It would probably work on the deer since it worked on the Phiomia. But the Anki is like the real test. Oh, no, it doesn't work on the Anki. Oh, no. Oh, I died. Okay. Great. Alright, so what I'm going to do is use the God Console to get back to that stuff because it had all of the items I wanted to check out on it. So I'll bring you guys back in just a minute once I get that stuff back, and we will continue with our little exploration here. And in the meantime, I am going to go ahead, make myself invulnerable, and do all of that stuff. Oh my gosh, the flying will take quite a while, though. You know what? We're gonna go faster. Alright, so I will see you guys back in just a few minutes here. Okay, guys, so some bad news. We have gotten that bug in the snow biome where the bag disappears. I've actually been all over this area, and there is just nothing. The beacon is here. There is no bag. There are no items. So everything is gone. And that is super unfortunate because I also had 3 of the other new items to check out. I had the crowbar and the sword and all of that, and because ARK and bugs and me not wanting to use God Console and dying foolishly, that's the first time this has ever happened to me, though, to be fair. I've never had this bug before. So instead, we're just going to kind of give an overview of what those particular items can do, but we unfortunately will not be able to outright test them. I also lost my top hat skin, which makes me super sad. That's like a huge bummer. I'm super, super bummed about that, guys. I really wanted to show those items off for you. Well, we saw the frying pan anyway, which is the one I was most excited about. So, from here on out, let's see. There are a few other things that we can go through here. So, let's go ahead and go into the store here and take a look at those archetypes. Now, the first thing I noticed was that these cost actual money. And they cost quite a bit of actual money. So the iron skillet costs $10, guys. $10 US dollars, all on its own. And it is an engram that you learn. So the thing I'm kind of wondering about is, if this iron skillet costs $10 to learn the engram, is that a permanent purchase, guys? Because if this only applies to one single player game, that's not cool. Like, I don't know. I don't think I would spend money on it if I was planning to start over on the single player game at any point. That being said, I mean, these items are cool. I'm not sure they're worth as much as they are listed for because it is quite a bit. So the crowbar is basically modeled after the pick, so it's good at prying and opening, so I assume that means that you would have pretty good luck, like, taking down doors, although solo player is a PvE, so I'm not sure how that would be useful. But you can get amber out of rocks, which is pretty cool, so that would have been useful in that way. Frog feet, these apparently give a boost in swim speed and jump height, which would be pretty cool, so we would need to go and kill some frogs in order to be able to craft those, but yeah, we don't have to do that. Just know that the Beelzebufo now do drop those frog feet. The iron skillet is probably the best, and it is an instant knockout when small creatures hit on the head with that. Now, the biggest problem with that is that you don't know exactly which creatures it's going to work on, and as in my case here, sometimes your corpse and body completely disappears, and then what are you going to do if you lose your item? You will have to go craft another one, and since I am not purchasing these items at the moment, I don't actually know how much it's going to cost to craft them. I am sorry about that, guys, but I would assume that it's a reasonable amount, or else they would not be able to justify the price that those are costing at the moment. This wolf is going to come at me, and it's going to be annoying, but I have God Console on, so it really can't do much to me. It can just be angry. That's okay, though. I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, I really wish I could get my stuff back. It's gonna drive me nuts, guys. It's gonna really drive me crazy that I lost all of the items I had, which were good items. and I just can't get them. They're completely gone. My body fell, the bag is gone. The bag should have stayed on top of the snow, and I just can't get it. It's not there. Alright. Bummer. Okay, so, next thing is Toxicant arrows, which I'm going to go over in a different game because I cannot get them in this game because I'm not going to use the Learn Ingrams on this. As I said, this is my solo game and I mostly want to play it vanilla. I was just on here to check stuff out because the archetypes are currently only available on single player. So I'm going to go ahead and run back towards base here while we go through some of this other stuff so that I can begin rebuilding. Right, so one of the other really cool things is that resource stack sizes have now increased dramatically, guys, like a lot, and I am so happy about that. From what I've seen, kind of just poking around, the resources will now stack up to about 5,000. Certain resources will do that, so like stone and wood and metal and cementing paste will all stack up to about 5,000. Some of the other items have had their stack numbers changed as well. I'm not certain exactly what those changes are. I just know that some others have been changed and some of them have been changed to numbers that are not 5,000. But most resources are now at 5,000. Okay. So on top of that, this next one is probably the biggest issue for everyone. I'm wondering about it a little bit myself. Mega Nura are no longer going to be in the Swamp Cave. And the reason that the devs have stated is that it improves server performance. Now, having run the Swamp Cave, I believe that. It is an extremely laggy area when you go and start trying to kill all of those Mega Nura. It does lag down your game a lot. It can, in fact, even kill your game, crash you out, and it is kind of a problem. So having those bugs not be there makes sense. On the other hand, those are the primary source of cementing paste for just about everybody that I know on any server, any game. So having those bugs not be in the Swamp Cave creates kind of a resource issue. Now, they did say that they've increased chitin drops from spiders, scorpions, and dung beetles, but even so, guys, you still have to harvest up stone. Getting chitin out of those caves can be kind of a pain, and sabers don't have good weight, nor do wolves, so carrying out enough chitin to make as much cementing paste as the Swamp Cave would give you is kind of a problem. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this particular change. Like, I'm happy with increased server performance, but I'm not so sure that I love having all of the cementing paste options taken away. Like, I feel like there should be another option to get cementing paste, but that's just me. And oh, I love that resource stack bug. Oh, not bug. Resource stack change. There we go. It is nice. I like it very much. All right. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. You like it? You hate it? You think it's interesting? You think it's terrible? Like, I would like to know. I think it's good. All right. So, Biotoxin was added to the God console, which is silly because the Biotoxin had been added for a long time. Apparently, it now gives you 200 instead of 100. That's interesting. Oh, and it stacks up to 500. That is very interesting. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop this because I'm not going to keep it spawned in. Yeah, and we will check out the Toxicant arrows on another game here in just a second, so do hold on for that. Couple more things. So the devs state that they fixed a rare case in which some paid items were being removed. I believe that is the dropped collars thing. I know a lot of people have had issues with that. One of my tribe mates on another server had that same issue, dropped a collar that just kind of disappeared, which is never fun. So glad that we could get that all sorted out. All right. And apparently the Tuso taming issue has been fixed, which is great because now I can officially go out and tame a Tuso, guys. I'm excited. We'll see how quickly that goes along, but I definitely want to tame one, and that will be incoming soon. Alright, so I think I never actually went over the cutlass as well. So the archetype for the cutlass is it's a blade that basically gives you a lot of fiber, and it does a lot of damage, but breaks really easy. So yeah, it's basically like a slightly altered version of a sword, and kind of a scythe as well. So it does give you fiber, and it does do a lot of damage, but then again, it's gonna break pretty quick. So there's kind of an issue with that. I mean, that seems like a fair trade-off, except that it does cost $5 to learn how to make it. And then the archetype for the Eerie pistol. Now this pistol, I believe you can get it from one of the caves. I think you can get it from the swamp cave. There is like an interesting note that you can sometimes get from tributing, I believe it's the artifact of the swamp cave, and the Eerie pistol is already in the game. So learning how to make it just means that you can make one whenever you want, and essentially they take potent dust to create, and basically they have infinite ammo, which is kind of cool that they're kind of a gun that never runs out of ammo. So if you run out of arrows, you run out of something more powerful, you at least have a backup weapon on you. Okay, guys, so those are the archetypes. Let me know what you think. Yeah, do you think they're fair? I'm a little bit curious. If these are permanent engrams, so if they are applied to every solo game you ever play, then I think they were probably worth the purchase cost, potentially, or at least one or two of them might be worth getting. But if they are only applied to one solo game, I'm not sure I would be interested in purchasing them myself. So that is something I will be trying to figure out, and I will let you guys know if and when I find out whether or not those items are actually permanent. Yeah, so that might be something where I'm going to have to like get with the partners and see if we can ask about it a little bit, because I am curious to know what the answer to that is. Okay, guys, so now it's time. We're going to go check out the Toxicant arrows, so I will bring you guys back in just a little bit here. Alright guys, we are back. We are on a multiplayer server. We are on the server I share with the moderator of my Discord, which will remain unnamed. But, well, that mammoth is very, very glitched out. Okay. So we're on here, and we are going to check out the Toxicant arrows. Now, if I could get the RGs to leave me alone, that'd be great. Can you not? RG? No. Ugh, RGs. RGs are always in the way. Always in the way, guys. It's a thing. Okay, so, here we go. We do have Toxicant arrows here. I did borrow them from my tribe mate, but they are learned, I believe, at level... Did that not work? Oh, it might be because I don't have the level. So Toxicant arrows, I did look it up. They are learned at level 62. They are at the same level as Trank Darts. And because of that, we are definitely going to have to look at Trank Darts as well as the Toxicant arrows to kind of do a comparison here. But essentially, they're learned at the same level, and I believe they were included because you can get Biotoxin in the God console, so it's kind of an easy way to make that particular type of ammo. Now, they do cost polymer, Biotoxin, and a stone arrow to craft. So, with the polymer there, they can get a little expensive, I would imagine, and so I would advise just making a few, testing them out, seeing how you like them, and if you're going to use them, great, and if not, then maybe you don't need them. I don't know, because there are Trank Darts, and I think Trank Darts are pretty cheap for the most part, since they only require narcotics. Alright, so now, oh, okay, so apparently you can equip them to other types of bows as well, which is pretty handy here. So I'm going to do that and put all of these on the hotbar so that I can test them out. Ugh. And we'll just do one each. I kind of want to do like a little comparison to see how well these particular different types of weapons do. So I can pull this out. So I'm just going to fire one and kind of see Now, unfortunately, we don't have like a magnifying glass so we can measure the torpor. Okay, but it does a decent amount of damage. Oh, okay. So that went out pretty quick. Yeah, that would have taken two or three hits with a regular trank arrow. So I'm gonna say, even with an ascendant bow, that's pretty good, guys. I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one there. And we're gonna have to check out something else as well. I would like to keep testing those Megalosaurus so that I can kind of get an idea of exactly how well these stack up with each other. Ugh. I've learned my lesson about the snow, though. I am wearing good armor, and I am on a pretty tough wolf, so hopefully we do not die immediately. If we get hit by an Anki, which could happen. Alright, I'm not seeing anything too terribly strong. There is a Pteranodon here, but those usually don't take much to knock out anyway. Gosh, the one time you need a creature on ARK never fails, guys. I guess I could try to knock out an RG, but they do fly, so I think I might miss. Alright, let's go head out this way and see if we can find something. Hopefully. There's an Anki. Yeah, I'm kind of mad at the Ankis. Let's see what we can do to this particular Anki. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and load up one of those Toxicant arrows. It is a level 105 Anki. Alright. So, not too bad. Now, oh, I have to pull the arrow. Of course I do. We'll be okay for a second. Let's go ahead and equip something else on there so I can get my Toxicant arrow back and get it all loaded up. There we go. Alright, so apparently you can use these on compound bows, which is great. Now I do have an ascendant compound bow. Now that did a little more damage. I bet that actually did quite a bit of torpor with an ascendant bow. Alright, and so now this is my ascendant long neck rifle, which is also very strong. We can take a couple of hits from this guy. Ouch. Come at me. Oh, we're getting hit by a saber-tooth as well. This is all very good. This is all very good, and there's lag. We're fine. We're not actually going to die, but the lag is kind of frustrating. Alright, so I wish there was a way to measure the torpor, because they're learned at the same level as the trank darts. I have a sneaking suspicion, guys, and this has been confirmed by my tribe mate who's been playing with them, that they're pretty much the same as trank darts. They're just able to be used for bows. So for people who just want to carry around like one compound bow and not the long neck rifle, you now can do that and still knock creatures out. About the same, I think. So they're probably about the same. They are... Oh, that is not at all what I wanted to do, but alright. Started a few pursuits there. Can we... invisible rocks in the snow biome are the worst. So, yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. I think they're probably pretty good. I think they're probably going to be more useful on people who are using God Console or people who just prefer bows in the first place for aiming. Now, you can fire faster with a bow than you can with a gun. The reload time is much, much shorter. So for taming something like a Giga, you might want to go with like an Ascendant compound bow and Toxicant arrows, just because you can do so much more torpor quickly, even if it's the same amount of torpor you would do with a long neck rifle, if that makes sense. That is why a lot of people use crossbows and trank arrows to tame Gigas. Now you have a better option. You can use compound bows and Toxicant arrows, and hopefully people think that that is a good idea. I certainly do. Gigas are a pain to tame, and anything that makes it go a little faster is always okay by me. Alright guys, so I do think unfortunately that is all of the things we had to go over, and I am really, really bummed, guys, that I did not just turn on the invincible thing and not die from one hit from an Anki. And lose all of my stuff to a bug. That is pretty classic ARK. even more classic ARK Mobile, and it just sucks because I was going to try all that stuff out, and now I actually can't, which is a bummer. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and kill all of these wolves real quick, because I can. Alright, so guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. That is the current status of the update. So if you did find yourself enjoying it at any point, please remember to hit that like button. It seriously helps me out. And if you want to see more content like this, you can, of course, subscribe. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana. Come here, you RG. There we go. See you guys.